So guys, you want to start with raising. So guys, you want to start with raising pigeons and want to become a racing fancier. Then I have the best first tips for you that give you a head start. First of all guys, get a loft or build a loft that's easy to maintain and that's best for your birds. So that means the air ventilation has to be good, the climate has to be good during the summer and the winter as well. The birds have to look healthy during the season. So in my opinion, I have an open wing, open front or half open, and then fresh air can come through this window and can leave the loft between these holes. This part is close to the roof and this part is like 10 centimeters below the roof. So we have an open space here. So the dirty air can go up and go to those holes, so that the fresh air keeps coming back inside on every moment of the time of the day. Also guys, you have to choose the place in your garden, and with that you have to check on which way is the north, east, south, west. Best way to place your loft is, in my opinion, to the south. So you have the south on the loft first. So in my opinion, my loft is in between east and south, so not really the best place, but yeah, for me it works out. But you have to check for yourself. My loft is between different buildings, so it's close in, zeg maar, say it like that. We don't have hard wind on the loft directly, so that's also a thing that you have to check before you place a loft. So that's an important thing, because if you have the full wind on your loft, you have to place it different, or you have to place or use an auto ventilation than I do. So that's important to read about it, checking with all the fanciers on how they have their loft, and yeah, get for your garden the best way on the best loft to have for your birds. Next important thing is, when you have your loft, then yeah, become a member from a club. You will get mostly some free birds from fanciers that are a member of that club. And then the most important thing is to do, just get birds from 2 or 3 fanciers, not more. Because how many different birds you get from different fanciers, you bring all kind of diseases with it. Because they all form a different loft. Every loft is different and everyone is keeping their birds on their own way. There are some people that have nice and clean loft, other ones are a little bit dirtier, and that's not bad, but those birds are immune for that kind of loft, so the birds are stronger or whatever. But when you get birds from different lofts, then you have different birds, different kind of diseases, and when you bring it all together, you can have a lot of sickness inside your loft with the new birds. So to prevent that, just choose from 2 or 3 different fanciers, some young birds, and start with that. Then the next important thing, in my opinion, is learn from your mistakes. So if you made a mistake with your birds, you can directly see it on the results. So learn from it. So in the first few years, just write everything down so that you know what you did and what you did not good or what you did good. So yeah, and then every year just change a few things. So in the first year you have a system you use. Don't think halfway the season the whole thing is going down, it's not great, everything goes wrong. Just stick to the plan that you made for that season. So if you use a system that season, stick to it, because changing during a season won't help you to get it better. Mostly it will go more downhill than it will go up. Sometimes you're lucky, but most of the times it just stick to going down. So you have to keep and stick to the plan. Then the next thing you have to learn is, what bird do you have? So in this one particularly, it's a male bird. That's not hard to see in most cases. The fanciers can help you with it, but the thing is where or in what ways you can raise this one. So this one is more for the shorter distance, so you have to learn about what for the birds is, for what discipline. Some birds can go to the short distance, to the middle distance and the longer distance, but not all the birds can do the longer distance. So yeah, it's not easy to raise, or not hard to raise them on a short distance. They will get home, but if you have the birds for the longer distance or the short distance and you're gonna raise them on the longer distance, then you probably will lose them a lot, or maybe just all, or you have to pick them up because they can't get home. The next thing that you have to learn is take a mixture for every season, and I more mean that like you're gonna start with bias, stick to that. Just keep it the same food as you start with during the season. If you change it, then you also have a problem. The pigeons have to adjust to the food that you are giving them, so they have to learn. And yeah, some mixtures are having more like more peas or more mice, things like that, and others have less. They have to adjust to the food that you give them, so don't change it during the season. Like look, if you're chasing it in the molding season or winter season, that's not a problem, but just check and give them the best you can get. So if you can get a mixture with 25 ingredients, then take that one. Don't take a cheaper one with 15, because the 50 ones, mostly there are too many fat with seeds in it, so your birds get a lot faster fat, and then they don't want to train or race or anything like that. So that's also a thing for the winter period. Just feed the birds a lightweight mixture, because if you have the birds fat during the winter, they won't have great breeding results, and then your whole season is already mistaken because you did it wrong in the winter season. So I use now the Paloma mixture from the molting mixture from Paloma. It's a mixture with, I think it was between 18 and 20 ingredients, I'm not pretty sure. This mixture is around 18-19 euros for 25 kilograms. I also can use the bias malting mixture, then I have 20 kilograms and maybe 23 to 25 ingredients, but I'm paying for 20 kilograms around 23 euros, so that's a lot and a big difference. So I choose the Paloma mixture because I also heard some great things about this mixture. So yeah, that's why I want to test it and use that, and maybe I also gonna use it in the racing season, but yeah, I'm just gonna check different mixtures out, so I'm not pretty sure if I want to do that. But stick to the plan, only change after the season and then keep it the same in the next season. So in the winter period you have things to overthink about what you want to feed for the next year, what ingredients, what mixtures, what extra products, things like that. So that's for the winter season. Don't change in the racing season. And the next important thing that I've learned a lot in the past 4 or 5 years that I race with pigeons, or the last 6 years, I mean. I started in 2018 with my own birds. All those years before I was just watching with my grandfather, but the things that I learned is just listen to one fancier. Just check on how he is doing everything, and don't listen to other fanciers. And then when you know for yourself, you can change and make your own plan. But first of all, if you have a pigeon fancier that you can watch with and check on, just listen to only him. Don't take advice from anyone else, because everyone is doing it different. Nobody does the same thing. Some people just, yeah, it's almost the same, but every fancier is doing it on their own way, because every fancier is somebody else. It's a unique person. So just take advice from only one person that you started with, and don't go everywhere and take their advice, because yeah, your whole season will just be fucked up because everybody's doing different. So just listen to the first fancier that you came in contact with and is willing to help you. A lot of fanciers out there that say they want to help you but only want to have you down on the last page, something like that. So not every pigeon fancier is honest to you. So yeah, take that advice as well. And the next thing is also really important. Don't take too many pigeons, because in the first year you will start with young birds. So if you have a loft -5 by 2.5 meters, so in that loft I could have maybe 60 birds, but if I have 40, it's a lot better, because they have all their own space, they have all their own things, and they can make their own territorium. So that's important for the birds. If you have a loft where you can put 50 birds on and you have 80, you will lose 30 of them immediately, because they just gonna check on different places for another territorium. So yeah, they will find it there and stay there, so you will lose those birds. So if you have a loft with 50 where you can put 50 birds on, just put it with 40 and keep it that way, and you will see that the results will getting a lot better. So also an important advice that I can give you guys. So the last advice I can give you guys for this video is read books, watch the internet. The internet is full of different stories about pigeon raising. If you don't have a mentor that can help you, just check on the internet and learn for yourself, or watch my videos. I can also learn you something, and I'll be honest to you always, and I tell you everything I do. So yeah, I won't have secrets for you guys, because I just want to help you guys, and the things that I do, maybe it doesn't work for you, because yeah, there's a whole different thing. Maybe in another country you have a different loft, different birds, so you have to watch, learn and make it your own. That's the most important thing about pigeon raising. Just watch, learn and make it your own. It's easy. I now raise for 6 years with my pigeons. The first year I had one bird that I raised with on the races, that is after the season. The second year I raised with only young birds, and it wasn't that great. The third year I raised on my grandfather's place. So that year we had some better results, but yeah, I was only helping my grandfather with getting the birds, basket and anything like that, so he mostly did everything. So the next year, that was 2020, we bring the birds to my new place. We have to wean them over, so from his place to my place. A few birds didn't want it, so yeah, they directly got removed. Other ones they did, but yeah, sometimes in the first years, 2021, we had some troubles with some birds that came back with my grandfather's place, so a lot of problems. But end of all, in 2022 I had my best year with one of the hens. So yeah, I learned a lot in those years. Now we are in 2024, going to 2025. I did learn a lot of the past few years, what I can do best, what not. So yeah, I have more experience, and every year I learn more. So that's for you guys also the same. You always learn from the last year. So yeah, and always in those raising seasons I stick to my plan that I made that winter. So this winter I'm gonna make a plan that I will do for the next year, and every year I do mostly something different. And also I just wanted to do it on a natural way, but it's not always possible, because with sickness you have to cure the birds and anything like that. There's not something in the nature that can revive our birds from sickness. So yeah, that's also what you have to keep in mind. So yeah. So guys, there was a video. If you want to start with raising pigeons, I did give some advice, hope you guys have something with it and can do something with it. And yeah, I can start with your own birds. It's a great hobby. For some countries it's a little bit expensive, some not. But yeah, you can make it as much as you want for yourself. So if you just want to keep a few birds, it's not that expensive. And if you keep more, yeah, it will be getting a lot expensive. But yeah, that's your own decision, of course. Mostly with the young birds, I have around 40 to 50 birds. So, and that's mostly every week I'm paying around 50 euros for everything. So that means the food, the races, medical cost if necessary. So yeah, it's not that expensive for just a hobby, but yeah, a hobby can cost money and you have to get your joy out of it. So yeah, for now guys, there was the video. Maybe I'll make an update later on, but for now I hope you like this one. Please give a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. You can do it down below, would appreciate it. See you on the next one. Bye guys.